message. Got it, whatever that is. Hey, welcome, and thank you for joining me as I share a brief video with you. I wanted to turn this thing sideways, but I guess I cannot. So I'm about to go outside, but this video title will be called Buyer's Remorse. Count the cost before you buy a rabbit, because I have to now surrender I'm not going to surrender them. I thought about surrendering them, but I'm going to take them to a friend who thought I may change my mind, so they're going to keep them while I'm gone. And I wanted to kind of talk to you about buying rabbits, a rabbit, just one. People don't think about the cost, like not just purchasing them for, you know, to take care of them, but what does all of that entail? It takes, they, when they're babies or bunnies, they poop and they pee a lot. And I'm gonna just be real detailed with you guys, or graphic, not too graphic, but they poo and they pee a lot. And because they have, they're naturally, that's their natural instincts to do that until they are mated. So they do a lot. They eat spray and all that kind of stuff. And that is, I guess, for mating. What rabbits do, they don't talk, so they communicate with their bodies. So you understand as you get to know them, this is what they want. They'll pick up their bowl, they'll do different things. And they don't, if it's two rabbits, they're going to make sure this is mine. So they're going to be dominant. One is dominant, one is not going to be dominant. They're going to, I forgot the word I want to use, but when they try to say, this is mine, so they make that known to the other one. They'll pee and their poop in their food that you feed them. And it's costly trying to figure out what's best for them. I know Timothy hay is good, but guess what? You could be allergic to Timothy hay. You could be allergic to the rabbits. It's like we had them for a month and a couple of weeks now, and they're starting to shed. So I'm taking them. I have them outside in the shade. I'm about to go through the routine with you, and it needs, the rabbit place need to be cleaned every day, not every other day, but every day, because they poo and they pee a lot. So if you don't want your house or the area that you have your rabbits in smelling like pee, you want to make sure you clean that because their pee is strong. Now, once they are neutered or spayed, however you want to say it, they will pee less. I won't say less, it just won't be so strong, because the strong smell is because, hey, if a guy is coming, or a female or male, whichever one it is, they're going to be able to know that there's a female or male around. So you want to make sure you count all that. And buying the place, because all rabbits don't need to roam the entire house. If you get a nice playpen, a nice, I call it a bathroom, where they eat at, I put a cage inside of a cage, and you guys already know how I do that. That helps the rabbits to feel at home and have their playpen where they can come out and play. But sometimes they pee. I mean, they poop where they pee at. And sometimes Ginger, I don't know why, but she sprays sometimes when she don't really need to spray, but she does. Um, so sometimes I haven't, I was told that both of them are girls by the um, places where I bought them. And I bought them from the same place, but they were in different play areas, and they were separated. And I stress bonded them. That worked within 24 hours. And they love each other. They're always hugging and talking, communicating with each other. And when I walk in the room, they totally communicate with me. They're beautiful rabbits, but they are costly. So I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you. So I've been to PetSmart, buying not only the food, but the bedding. And they nibble a lot, um, as they grow. One is a Hobbs, which I didn't know that. One day both her ears was up, then one fell down. Then the next 2 days, both of them were down, and they are down. So I believe I think it's called a Hob. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, but they are the long-eared rabbits with the big feet, and they eat more than the other rabbit. Um, oh, territorial. That's what I meant to say earlier. When they pee or poop in their food, it's possible they're saying to the other rabbit, "This is mine. You can't have it." So, um, Buttercup, which is the gray and white one, she does that a lot. And she's the, I think she's the more dominant one. She's very smart. So is Ginger. But let's get right into the other part. So paying for them, they were like $60 a piece, and that they don't come with anything, not even instructions. Okay. So you have to learn as you go if you're new to having a rabbit. So buying the best bedding, it might, the first bedding you purchase may not be the best one because it needs to be absorbent. And so I bought the chips, but the first I bought the one that they had at the rabbit at the store. But what I come to find out, the one I like the most is the one that absorbs more, which is more fluffy. So I'll show you that as I put them together. This may be a long video. So if you're here, welcome. If not, you'll see it later, but I'm not going to delete this video because there are going to be people who actually want to purchase rabbits, but don't know how to care for them. Um, so, oh yeah, and buying the rug for them to mat, because I end up getting a mat. They like to pick and scratch at that. So I had to buy a rug to go under, which was $68. Buying that was 27. You got to buy the right size. I had to buy a play pin, which is the gate. So it's a lot, and it can be overwhelming because it can become a chore because you got to clean every day. Every rabbit is different, and every owner is different of the rabbit. Roaming is not for every rabbit all through the house because when they pee and they poop in their cage, they actually is on their feet. That's why their little hands or paws are yellowish because they're always in it, right? And so when they step outside onto the mat, that's why I always have to clean it with vinegar and water, and then I'll get in and sit with them. But those clothes that I have on, they're now dirty, okay? Because they're always, even if I left them on my floors, I'm a picky person. Their little paw prints are on the floors, and I only have one place for them to be. And now that they're shedding, that's way over. That's too much because I am allergic, and I every time you sweep, the hair just flies up. So you got to have a good vacuum cleaner, which I do, but I don't want to use it for the pets, okay? Because that's a lot of hair. So let's get started on cleaning because this is every day. So, and did I call? Yeah, and food costs. You got to figure out what's good for them, what's good for the little small bunnies as they get older, how much to feed them, how not much to feed them. If it could be too much, you don't want them to be sick. They got to be cool. They can't be super hot. So all of those things are important to know before you purchase a rabbit. So I have buyer's remorse because I didn't count the cost, not only with just one rabbit, but I ended up getting two. And then they're two different breeds. Love them, but can I? And I bought them for my grandson, one for him, but then I ended up getting two. That video is on Facebook if you're following Shona, how to cook with Shona. But anyway, let's just get right into, and I will talk as I go, and I have to disappear because I will run around because I have to wash off the rabbit thing. So let's get started. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for being with me. I have everything outside that I think I need. I may have to run inside, so if I disappear, it's okay. I'll be back. This is a very informative video, so it doesn't matter if people get a little bit, what do you call it? Impatient. It's not about your patience today. It's about the information that I'm bringing to share with you guys today. So I will have to adjust my camera and all of that stuff. See them? They're right there in their cage, and they're fine, and they're happy, and they love each other, and they're together. So let me run in the house right quick. I have this one. So these are the two things that I get to feed them, right? Sorry, not feed them, but like this right here. This is, I don't know how many pounds this is, but it's quite heavy. This was $19.99, and this is the bedding. except their bedding is under in the, when they pee and poop, it goes through the cage. So that's what this is. This costs $19.99. This one was the cheaper brand. This one was the cheaper brand, and it cost $9.99. But I don't like it that much, and I'm about to see when I take them out of the cage how well it absorbed. This is the chips, full cheeks, and I used to get a lot of, usually get a lot of this brand because it's been good so far. I'm going to show you how I feed them, like what I feed them, and all of that good stuff, just so you'll know. This is Timothy hay. Some people are allergic to this, even though it's grass, and they don't know it until they have it. And it starts in your eyes. And this, of course, is the time of the year that a lot of people are, you know, when you have rabbits, you find out what you're allergic to, because this is, you know, you can have seasonal allergies. So, what else? This was the other bedding that I got, was really good. This one is called, this one won't waste, Pure Comfort. That's really good. I really like this one, but I think I would like the other one that they use for the hamsters better. So now let's get started. It's getting really warm out here. And as you can see, this is the thing that I bought them to lay on. Look at all the hair. I don't know if you can see it, but it's falling off. So yeah, I'm gonna knock this over here. And it's a lot. I really feel like I need a mask. So let's bring them a little bit out of the shade, because more the sun is coming up. Not coming up, but getting high in the sky. Say hello, Buttercup, Ginger. Now, what I'm gonna do is put them into their big gate while I clean. I have to remove them out of this. So I have to let them play or bounce around. So let me get their gate. So this is their gate. I need wasp spray. I see bugs out here. But this is just so you guys can see them, and I can't keep them out here too long because it is kind of warm. So I'm not going to open it all the way up, but I'm going to put them in there. So thank you for joining me. Again, this video is going to be a little long because this is the life of taking care of rabbits. And what I notice about them, because rabbits are not always, they're not picked up all the time, and they are, their nature is their moms clean them off in the beginning, and then they're kind of on their own, even though they nurse and stuff, and maybe she'll lick them every now and then. So they're not used to people picking them up. So you want to be mindful of not always picking up the rabbit when you first get it. But they're used to me now. They love me, and I love them. But they're too much. Look at that. And so they wait for me to pick them up. They know I'm going to pick them up. The best way to pick a rabbit up is with their little paws, your hands under their paws, so they can feel safe, because they're used to being on the floor or ground. Right? You want to do that to them. And they're safe. This is Buttercup. And you don't want to get scratched by them. They don't mean to scratch you, but they will. So you want to make sure their feet are safe in your paws, your hands, so that when you put them down, they won't feel like, because they need to feel like they're on the floor or feel safe. See how she's being still? She's so sweet. I love this rabbit. You see how she does that? Because they need to be on the floor, and that's why I have on my gloves, so she won't scratch me in case I'm not holding her right. I've had many scratches. So, look at this water bowl. I want to show you. She peed in her bowl. And I'm right here because I need to be in the shade. I hope you can see me down here. But I'm going to now take this off. And then you have to find what works when it comes to their food, their bowls. What works for them? What's best for them? I should have my hairpin back. But what works best for them? everything doesn't work best for each rabbit. Okay, I want you to see inside. In here is, it's dirty. So I have everything I keep everything in a bag when I'm cleaning. Everything in a bag. I have a bag for, so I take this, right? And I take this and I dump it in here. And it's nasty. Because rabbits pee. And their pee is not the same color as human pee. It's darker yellow, orangish kind of stuff. Now, I have to have rabbit pads. That costs. I keep a water bottle with vinegar. Vinegar and water is in here. So I can clean. Paper towels. And how expensive can paper towels be? A whole 8 to 12 of these things can be $22 for a paper towel. So there you go. It really does cost. Whatever you clean with. So let's get started. Oh my goodness, how did that happen? How did you hop out of there? Did you run away? Get yourselves back here. Get back there. I don't know how that just happened. What did I miss? How did they get out of there? Did you see that? I put them in there and yet they were out. Oh, there you go. Okay, so back in here. Smarty pants. Did you see that? They jumped out. I mean, went under the cage. Because it's not on the floor correctly. So what did I do wrong? Because they never get out of this. See, that's what happened because I'm videoing and I wasn't paying attention. And I still don't know how that happened. Oh, I see the error of my way. Now, how did that happen? I don't know how to get it back right. And I don't want them directly in the sun. I have to get them out of the sun. But at least they didn't hop away. I don't know how this works. Hold on. Smarty pants you are, guys. And if I were you, I would do the same thing. What rabbit wants to be held up inside? Guys, this never happened before, so I don't know what to do at this point. But I have to get them out of the heat. I don't want them to have a heat stroke or anything such. So I may have to cut this video short because I have to keep them in the shade. And I have a lot to do at this point. And I hope you saw them jump out behind me because that is on record as I figure out how to do this. How did this happen? Anyway, let's get to the... I'm not going to turn this video off. I'm going to keep on going because that's what I turned it off for. So, the first things first. Can you see? Look at that mess. So what I normally do is what I taught my grandson is I take the bag, I forgot about that part, take the bag and put the whole thing inside of the bag and you can dump it like this without touching it. Okay, you do that part. I need them to stay inside of this here, so I'm gonna have to do something. Now that I have you guys watching, I feel a little bit dumb because I usually have them in this. But it's really too hot out here. I did this at the wrong time and I feel bad because they cannot take too much heat and it's really hot. So, I gotta do something. I don't know what I'm going to do right now. Oh, I'm going to have to cut this video off because I got to clean their cage, guys. And so what I do is I take this out, I wash it with the hose, I take this part out, I wash it too, and I wash all around there where they spray. And I'm going to have to put them inside so that they will not be too hot. But as you can see with just a little bit I showed you that it costs and it can be buyer's remorse. I don't want to surrender them, so a friend is gonna keep them for me while we go away on our trip, and we get to decide if we want to keep them. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, leave a comment if you will. And if you don't, I don't really care because it's just a video and I'm just sharing my life with you. And I don't know you anyway, but I hope that you like this video. And again, if you don't, I'm not trying to compete with anybody because it's all about telling, my video is all about sharing and sharing what's going on in my life that I think will help somebody else. So, Tulu, now figure this out.